Hello. I wanted to record a short screencast about ways of dealing with records that are suppressed. According to the standard procedure that I like to follow when searching for records, one starts with the call number. So if we look at this card at the bottom here, you'll see we've got a BML with date style call number 7R19473. If we search for that in HOLLIS, under call number other, where the BML call numbers are to be found, we'll see that nothing comes up. So then there are a couple of different things that you can do at this point. From this point, it becomes a little bit of a trial and error process. You could search for that call number directly in the Google Sheet. You could also search in HOLLIS under an author or creator or under the title. And it'll turn out that you will pull up a record for this work in one of those ways, but the way you get to it will differ depending on which method of searching you choose. To illustrate that, let me show you what happens when we try to search in HOLLIS under, for example, the name of the creator. Looking under Holthusen Hermann, we're looking for a work titled Radiology, Diagnostic, and Therapeutic. And we find a match here. We can pull that up. It looks correct. The cataloging data looks to match up the page number, publication year, various other elements in this bib record. We look at the holding statement. We see something interesting. We see an off-site countway holding statement here, but the call number isn't quite the same. On this card, we have 7R19473. Here we have 7R19483. It's not a perfect match, but nevertheless, it's worth trying to search for this in the spreadsheet by copying the HOLLIS number and seeing what turns up. When we do that, we see something interesting. There are, in fact, two items in the spreadsheet under this HOLLIS number, and if you'll notice, they differ in precisely the respect in which the record we found in HOLLIS differs from the record we found on the Photostat. There are two items. The 1948 item showed up in HOLLIS, the 1947 item didn't, and that is because the 1947 item has been suppressed from discovery. So at this point, we can go ahead and enter ownership for both and be done with that card. Now, I chose this example with malice aforethought because actually, another thing that you will notice is at the top of the next column, there is a separate photostat for the 1948 printing. I left that out for purposes of illustration to suggest a couple of ways that you could go if you didn't have another record to look at. In this case, we're able to account for both of these items, and so we're done. But the point I want to make here is that the way that you get this information is going to depend on your method of searching. When we searched on the author, creator name in HOLLIS, we pulled up the 1948 record, which gave us a HOLLIS number that we could then feed back into the spreadsheet search to get both records. You could have done something differently. You could have done something different. You could have searched directly in the spreadsheet under the 1947 call number, and had you done so, it would have taken you directly there. I have been saying throughout these screencasts that my preferred technique is to search in HOLLIS first, grab hold of a unique identifier that I can then feed back into the spreadsheet for searching. And in general, that method has worked well for me. But this was a case where it slowed me down somewhat. If I had searched directly in the spreadsheet for the call number we were looking for, I would have found it. In any case, we get the information that we need. And by the way, if you have access to the ALMA back end, you can do this sort of searching in yet a different way. Because if you search in the ALMA back end, you can get at suppressed records directly, but you can't get at suppressed records if you search through HOLLIS. So you have multiple avenues for searching, and the efficiency of your technique will vary from case to case.